Hello, this is the Lord's Legion yet again with a brand new Lord Speaks. Today I'm going to be covering a topic that can be very divisive amongst the DC fans, and that is the true identity of the Joker. In recent memories, the Joker has been having multiple origin stories, and DC recently decided to toy around with it, and now we finally got a new twist for the Joker's origin. During the recent Justice League story arc, The Darkseid War, Batman became the god of knowledge, and through curiosity, he wanted to know the secret identity of the Joker, and it was left ambiguous among the readers. However, it was revealed during DC's Rebirth, issue number 1, that there's not only one Joker, but there's also 3 other Jokers floating around the DC universe, and of course in the main continuity as we speak. Now, Batman himself truly doesn't know each of the 3 Jokers, nor does he really understand what the chair meant as in the 3 Jokers. However, us as the readers know of the 3 Jokers that are in the current continuity. Those include the pre-52 Joker, and we also have the Kill and Choke Joker, and of course the new 52 Joker. Now, this next part is going to be quite tricky to follow, but this is to the best of my understanding, as well as the best way to narrow down all 3 of the Jokers, as well as how different they are from one another, as well as how they could possibly exist within the same continuity of sorts. Quite complicated, but you'll understand what I mean when we get to that point. So starting up with the 3 Jokers, we have the original Joker himself from the pre-52. This Joker to me is the OG Joker and the one that started from the very beginning of the Batman series, as well as possibly being the Joker responsible for the death of Jason Todd. Although this version of the Joker was pretty evil and sinister, to me this version of the Joker isn't really as dark as the other 2 Jokers that are in the current continuity. If you ask me, in terms of his twistedness, he is kind of in the earlier stages of Mark Hamill's Joker in the animated series, before he progressively became even more darker as the franchise went on in terms of the animated series. Next, we have the Kill and Choke Joker, which is easily the most tragic one out of the 3 Jokers that are in the current continuity as of now. This version of the Joker is just a low-life nobody who got driven into becoming a criminal, donning the red hood, and with the combined efforts of him falling to the chemical waste, encountering the Batman for the first time, and hearing the news about his wife and child dying, made him become the Joker in the process, and turn him into a more tragic figure than any of the other Jokers before him. Which in turn made the Joker want to turn anyone insane after just one day, and his victim ultimately became Jim Gordon, which led to the infamous Barbara Gordon getting crippled by the Joker, and then the Joker just almost making Jim Gordon insane and making Batman all the more pissed off at the Joker to the point where he snaps his neck. Now, whether or not this version of the Joker is dead currently after the Kill and Choke remains to be seen, as it was always left ambiguous, but hey, they could do something out of this, and perhaps this version of the Joker may come back at some point in time. And now we get to the most inhuman out of the bunch, the new 52 Joker. The reason why I say that this Joker is the most inhuman out of the bunch is because he can take the most punishment, as well as being almost nigh immortal. Not to mention that this version of the Joker could potentially survive through many generations of Gotham City, and even has a pool in a similar fashion to the Lazarus Pit that makes him immortal and regrow his limbs and lungs so that he can survive much longer. This Joker to me is also the most relentless because he can take on Batman in hand-to-hand combat, as well as can take in a lot of punishment, such as having his face burnt in half, similar to Two-Face, as well as having his face cut off, and a lot of other damage. The Joker is currently reformed, he looks like a normal human being, and he's turned over a new leaf. However, considering we see the current promo art featuring Batman and the new Joker, that isn't gonna last very long at all. So what could this all mean for the future of the Joker, or more specifically the Jokers, in the new continuity? To be honest, I think this is an interesting take with the new character, or rather characters. It ultimately makes the Joker's origin even more ambiguous and makes us guess on which Joker could be the real legitimate one, and which other Jokers could just be ordinary people. I also find it rather fascinating how all three of these Jokers have been the Red Hood at more or less the same time, which could further make us speculate on whichever origin is truly definitive to the real / main Joker. This can also explain how the Joker can cheat death near every time. It's not necessarily true, it's just that there are three different Jokers who are all enemies of the Batman. And I really like the idea how in most stories the Joker is just the embodiment of evil and that evil never truly dies. But now that there are multiple Jokers, this literally gives evil a new name, because the human embodiment of evil in the name of the Joker just simply divides and spreads into other entities, and I really love that new concept for the Joker. And at the end of the day, I just love how Jeff Johns has made something completely unique to the Joker's origin, as well as his character, while making it true to the Joker in general, and I can really appreciate what he has in plans for the character in the future. Whether this will get spread into other mediums such as movies or video games, etc., remains to be seen. However, I highly doubt that it's gonna happen anytime soon. So what do you think of the new twist of the Joker's origin, and what is your favourite interpretation of the Joker? Comment below and I'd love to see your opinions. Please like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe to my channel if you want, and as always, thank you all for watching, have a good one guys, and take care.